Hello, finally. See, there's 21 of you guys already on there. Cheers for hanging about, waiting around. It's taking some time with the poor internet to actually get connected here at the G-Tech Community Stadium. I was trying to go live with the music blaring here. It's literally just gone off with all the players still doing the usual end of season bits and bobs, as tends to be the case. I'm going to find somewhere where I'm not in anybody's way here. I'll just move along the stand. What a day. I've caught the sun here, bright red. Been a beautiful day, as you can see here. I don't know what it's like back in the northeast or wherever you may be watching. I know we have Geordie journals watch us from all four corners of the UK, all four corners of the world. Do let us know where you're watching from. Do jump in the comments. And let's have a conversation about what's just happened today and what we think the future might hold for Newcastle United too. I think a good place to start would be talking about what actually has happened. It was a 4-2 win today. Newcastle United thoroughly deserved that win. Game of two halves, very much. It was an even second half with some nervy moments. For the first half, Newcastle United were excellent, particularly in front of goal, clinical. Could have had more, actually. Thinking about it, with the Longstaff's goal being ruled out. Sorry, I barely see the screen here. It's so sunny here. As you can tell by me, looking a little bit pink. But no, it was fantastic. My biggest fear today was that Newcastle United had to do their own job, and then you worry about anything else beyond that. And I wasn't sure after Wednesday night whether Newcastle would come and do their job. Not having Anthony Gordon available, who Eddie Howe might talk in more depth about this. It'd be interesting to hear what his thoughts are, but I think the word we were getting before the game is that he is all right. He's just felt his ankle a bit. Probably going to be in the Euros squad for England, and it sounds like he's not going to go to Australia because of that. It would be silly for him to travel, I think, to Australia. No Sandro Tonali here, which is one thing that people were asking us in the comments previously, was will he go to Australia where he played? He didn't get off the bus and he wasn't involved here, and the team are travelling straight from here, so it will be a surprise then if he's involved. Of course, we know, as someone's just said in the comments, that Anthony Gordon is not here and will not go to Australia. That's my understanding. But yeah, Newcastle had to do their job. They had to go and win, and then the rest will take care of itself. And I think there's a definite pride in that it would have felt like such a disappointment had they not done their job and finished 8th. They've now bought a ticket for the lottery, the Euro lottery. They're relying on Manchester City to be in European competition. And I'm interested to know what people think of that, actually. Is a place in the Conference League, which is all it can be now, with Newcastle winning, finishing 7th, finishing above Manchester United. The only team that can take it's either going to be Newcastle United or Manchester United in the Conference League. If Manchester United win the FA Cup, they'll take that place. If Manchester City win it, Newcastle United will be the beneficiaries. They had to do their own business and making sure that they did that. If they now don't get into Europe from here, for me, well, look, I think it will be a disappointment. I think everybody wants Europe, but were they not to do it, it's not their own fault, if you know what I mean. Like, almost if they'd fluffed their lines today, you would have had so many more negative feelings about it. But if Manchester United go win the cup, then they're in control of their own destiny, of course. But it's just one of those things. I think there's been a lot to like about certain elements in Newcastle United this season. Of course, Dominic Skerr of the Shields Gazette and Jordan Cronin of Newcastle will be on a video a little bit later on, which we should hopefully get tonight, depending on travel, etc. We're getting the train back tonight. We had a night out in Brentford, in and around this ground, Kew Bridge. We had a night out last night, so I'm a little bit worse for wear. I think the other boys, if we bumped into you, apologies, we were all out. Well, we're definitely steaming. And we're hanging a bit today. But we'll get by. We'll get through it with your help. So apologies if you did bump into us. We would have been in no fit state to hold any relevant conversations with anybody. But we'll be alright, We'll get those guys on for a bit more of an analysis, probably a little look back on the season and how things have gone. So the game itself today, if you've seen it, if you didn't see it, had its nervy moments. Newcastle United, early doors, Nick Pope back in the team, of course, made a fantastic save. Brentford looked to have opened the scoring within 2 minutes. VAR, which continued to have its say throughout the game. Ruling out a Newcastle United goal and then also ruling out a penalty, which I'd like to see again, but it looked inside the box to me, but I've not seen it again, so apologies if that was totally wrong. But yeah, it was a Newcastle then took advantage, having started for that first 10 minutes a little bit shaky, really took advantage and looked like it could score many goals in that first half. It felt a bit like Burnley in many ways. In that first half, 3-0 didn't flatter them. Nick Pope's a big return. That was one of the big things about it. Pope and Joe Linton, fit Joe Linton was excellent. Physical, got his tackles in, got stuck in. And Bruno's a better player alongside him. The midfield had a little bit more balance to it today. And Nick Pope just showed, Martin Dubravka, I don't want this to be like a criticism of Martin Dubravka, because I think Martin Dubravka's actually been alright. He hasn't been good, but he hasn't been bad. He's just been alright. Held an end up, as you would say in another sport. And I think you now realise when he's come back into the team, Nick Pope, just how much of a miss he genuinely is. And I go back to that first few moments where Ivan Toney's clean through and he makes a save with his feet. He makes himself so big in the goal compared to what Martin Dubravka does, who sometimes shrinks into position, I think, at times when confronted by attackers. Yeah, but I think it was a big one to have him back. And now we know, he's a top goalkeeper. Made some really good saves, made a fantastic save. I think it was Ivan Toney again. Header in the second half, where really top notch. Gareth Southgate was here at the GTEC Community Stadium, and he can't help but being impressed by what he's seen from returning Nick Pope. Probably less impressed by Ivan Toney, who I thought Fabian Schär dealt with amazingly. Schär got injured, of course, which you'd hope isn't going to be too much of a worry for him, because he'll want to go away with Switzerland in the Euros this year. So fingers crossed he's okay. We expect Anthony Gordon to be okay as well. I think it's more precautionary in some respects. That was kind of the word for the game. Right, I'm going to go into the comments and see what you guys are saying. If I can see you for the sun glaring. But I'll see what you guys are saying, and we'll get some conversation started. Thanks for all these comments, by the way. Looks like there's loads on here. I'll try and get back to the start. Apologies if you get my fingers all over the place again. Right. First comment. Munch. Great result. Don. Got to win. That's all we can do. Derek Sharp. I'm wearing sunglasses in the house. Crops on TV. Good crack, mate. Good crack. Steve C. Australia is Tonali going allowed to play in these friendlies. That will be clarified, I would imagine, in this press conference that is currently taking place. But we don't 100% know the answer. What I did say, as if you're watching the stream a little earlier, was that Sandro Tonali is not here, and the team is travelling directly from here. Anthony Gordon is also not here, and should be all right. But I don't think Sandro Tonali will be involved. I don't think he can actually play. But again, I wouldn't definitely quote us on that one. Johnny Ola a win in the London sun. Oh, it's been a fantastic day. I think we'll definitely in the press pack here. There'll definitely be a few red faces. Beautiful. People took the mickey out of this stadium. I think it's great. I really like coming here. Probably the best press facilities in terms of outdoor here, the press benches in the Premier League, I would say. Back into the comments, Peter Griffin. Given all the challenges Eddie's faced with an unprecedented injury list to finish the season with likely some form of European football is a miracle. John Collins, great result, more goals, defence needs work. I'll go back to that comment there from Peter Griffin. The Peter Griffin? Remarkable, so. Just so that there is no doubt in anybody's mind, what can happen now is definitive, and I just want to make that clear. If Manchester United win the cup, they will take the England's European, as Dominic Sker just probably said. I've only not long started, Dom, so anyway, definitive. Manchester United win the cup, they claim England's UEFA Conference League spot. Manchester City win in the FA Cup final, which takes place, I think, at 3 o'clock next Saturday. Manchester City win, then Newcastle United will take England's place in the Conference League next season. Interested to know your thoughts on the Conference League. I think it's, I'm all for it. Newcastle being in the competition, but it could have a knock-on impact those Thursday nights, and I think that would have to be something that really Newcastle would have to get to grips with and manage their squad better, probably, than they did this season. But interested to know your thoughts. Let us know in the comments. John Collins, great result, more goals, defence needs work. That's a good point. 102 goals across the season is remarkable, but the goals conceded has probably been the biggest issue. Peter Griffin finished above Man United is lovely. Dom, what was the year? Newcastle finished above Manchester United for the first time since 1977. 1977, first time Newcastle United have finished above Manchester United in the Premier League era. It was the only team they haven't finished above in the Premier League era, and they've just done it now with a 7th place finish. Manchester United, I think, finished 8th. Yeah, they did finish 8th. First time since 1977 Newcastle United finished with Manchester United, so little bit of history there. Nathan Page, I tell you what, Hall is some player, has such an engine on him, so much technical quality. How refreshing is Lewis Hall this back end of the season, really emerging as a top player on that left hand side, gives such balance to the defence, and he's piling forward. Outstanding, I thought, today. Maybe if there was to be a constructive criticism of what we've seen, his final ball, his delivery maybe wasn't quite at it today, but wow, gives such a balance having a left-sided fullback who has real attacking intent. Got forward, got back, won his tackles, attempted to create things, delivering, and probably should have been given that penalty, but it was ruled out and given as a free kick. Luckily, Newcastle United scored straight after it, which was justice in many ways. But yeah, Lewis Hall, fantastic. Derek Sharp, good win, but we need to strengthen in several positions. Gary Lee, looked a bit shaky at times, got the win. Hall looks like he's really starting to come into his own. Not perfect, but you see this player, that's what I agree with. There is still rough edges in certain parts of his game, but he looks like he's got the raw materials, there's no doubt about that. Munch, any news on Gordon? As I said, I'll just go and ask Dom now while he's here. He's actually trying to get his work done, so I'll ask him. He's got his earphones on, he might not hear us. Any news on Anthony Gordon?
Yes, he's injured and not going to Australia, but not a serious injury, so we'd still imagine he has a chance to make the Euro squad.
Right.
If we were to be picked. So yeah, not a serious injury, but he's not going to Australia. Cough, as we know.
Anything else? No, not much from Eddie there. If you couldn't hear that, because Dom was quite quiet.
Don't mean to shout.
If you couldn't hear that, he said Anthony Gordon should be alright, but calf injury, he's not going to Australia, as I mentioned earlier, but should hopefully be alright if selected for England in the Euros. Right, I'm going to put this on here, see if I can balance this on here and talk to you guys, makes it a bit better. Caseball UK, some funny lines by VAR on the Longstaff goal. Why didn't Howe start Joe Linton and Pope against Manchester United? I kind of agree with that. I suppose you feel if Joe Linton and Pope had started at Manchester United, it might have been a totally different game, but such is life. Nina Silvio, hello, hi there, thanks for your comment. Geordie 2 for life, up the Geordie Mags, fantastic match. Eventually, even though the ref and VAR can F off. Lee Kane, job done, just needs Man City to do a number against Manua. Fingers, nails will be bitten down to the stubs. Nina Silvio, hope Gordon's okay and will not miss the Euros. Kevin Martins, Liam, thoughts on not having to watch the ball go through Dubravka's legs today. Proud of the lads this season, they'll overcome and gave everything. I did mention that earlier, I was talking a little bit about that. I wouldn't give Dubravka, I wouldn't go too negative on Dubravka. I think he's had struggles. I think he does struggle with certain elements. I've seen some kind of stat, I think one of these stat accounts this week, talking about where he concedes goals. Now he can't dive to the right seemingly. It's not something I'd noticed in particular, but when you see it all laid out, it is quite remarkable actually. But anyway, I think he's been all right. He's held an end up, but he isn't Nick Pope, and that's just the sad reality of it. He is not Nick Pope's level, and Nick Pope coming in just makes a massive difference. 2 fantastic saves, both from Tony. I think the first one early doors with his feet made himself huge. He never gets beat with those. And then again at the other end, a header, which I'd love to see again because it looked very spectacular, the save that he made. Stephen Kennedy, great to see Dom's better looking older brother back in goal today. Hey, I'll have to tell him that. He's beavering away at the moment, but I'll tell him that one. Casebo UK, still think one of the big boys will leave. Derek Sharp, Masters not at City's trophy ceremony. Prince Cunniff, you're incorrect. I'd say they're also Manchester United in the Conference League. See, they're also Chelsea in the Conference League, and yet you go through Europa League if they win the trophy. Sorry. That's me trying to be out with absolute clarity and not getting it quite right. That is absolutely correct. That is the best comment. Stephen Kennedy, think Liverpool and Arsenal will regress next year, so a shrewd summer window. We could be genuine contenders next year. Matthew Smith, always watching from the kingdom, mate. Oh, cheers, pal. Cracking result. Just hope Man City can give them a treatment in the final. So, to go back over that, there's been twos and fro's, ups and downs, and I'll get it right eventually. But yes, the simple thing about this is Newcastle United will take the Conference League place if Man City win the FA Cup next week. Manchester United will take a Europa League spot if they win the Cup next week, and Chelsea will get a Conference League place. Correction. Thank you very much for that comment, as ever. Geordie 2 for life. What a difference with Pope and Joe Linton playing, just shows how much we missed them. I agree. Mark Slavin, all the games from Oz going to be available on NUFC TV? I have no idea. I think we'll have to wait and see. Steve C, it is what it is. If we get in the Conference League, we give it a real go. Jonathan Spear, despite all the challenges and some poor results, we are close to a top 4 team, especially if Pope is fit and we can get a stable back four. Stable back four is key. Aidan Brophy, very disappointed. Could watch the game today in Estonia, but did manage to listen on Radio Newcastle. Good result. Nina Silvio, Lewis Hall and Bruno were great. Nice to have Big Joe and Pope back. Lee Payne, any form of Euro football next season is a plus and a carrot for potential incoming players. John Collins, few additions, close the gap between the worst players and best players, squad improvements. Derek Sharp, would you buy Tony? I like him. I like him as a player. He wants a lot of money. He would become easily, and this isn't close, easily the highest paid player at Newcastle United were he to come, because his wage demands are incredible, which makes me think it's not a deal Newcastle United would do. Geordie Jester TV, yes lads, come on City in the final. Ali B1, Joe Linton and Pope were the difference for me, allowed Bruno more freedom. I agree with that, with Joe in there. Bruno, JL and Lewis Hall man the match toss-up, probably J7 for being his return. Wayne Patton made hard work of it in the second half, but we got the win. I hope Man City win the FA Cup final. Geordie 2 for life. It's been cloudy all day here in Northumberland. Stop rubbing it in. I'm sorry. Apologies for that. But it has been absolutely stunning here. As you can see, I'm sweating in this sun. It's a beautiful day. I'm going to wander a little bit further down towards the pitch, just to give you a bit of a different view of what's actually going on here. Let's have a little look down there. Right. Barry Cole, great stuff this season from you guys. Oh, thanks, mate. We really enjoyed this season in that sense of bringing the videos and the YouTube channel on, and we'll always try and improve. We'll not always get it right. We'll sometimes get it wrong, but we really appreciate your feedback and these conversations. Geordie boy hopes City aren't celebrating too hard. Got a job to do next week. Take that beer off Grealish now. Derek Sharp, no Liam, Manu. Yeah. I've been corrected, mate. Apologies. Yep, lots. Yeah, lots. Geordie boy 1973, is it? Oh, brilliant. It's even longer. Derek Sharp, solid defence, will be challenging top 4. Big Joe was superb. I agree. I think he was. Geordie boy 77, was it? Yeah, I think Dom says it's 77. I'll trust the man, but if it's wrong, let me know. Harry, we love to do things the hard way. It didn't feel easy in that second half. There was a bit of nail biting going on, but Newcastle did the job. They got the job done, and that's all you could ask them. And if they don't then get any Europe from there, it's not, they've done their part of the bargain, and I can't complain too much. Obviously, there's points of the season where you think things could have gone better. They did have everything in their hands a week or so ago, and it hasn't quite worked out the way we would have hoped. But apologies if it's very windy here. Wind's just whistling around. I'll turn this way a bit harder for me to see. 198 you guys on here, give it a like if you don't mind. Apologies if it's wind. I'll be doing all sorts for the good job I'm holding this. It's not on that tripod, they'll probably be falling over by now. I'll go back in the comments. Europe, ole ole ole. It's brilliant. We can learn the 3-game weekly stamina better than we could at a higher level. To coin a phrase, thanks for your comment, mate. Geordie boy, Hall, best left back since John Darris. I'd call him that early, but he looks decent. Derek Shaw, I think it's the last game for trips, could be off to Saudi. Chris Scurf, Man United win, they get the Europa place, and Chelsea get the Conference League. Corrected, I've been corrected by everybody here. Good job you guys are switched on to put us right. And I do appreciate it. Graham Dockley, great result. Liam, Johnny Ola, I think the Australia trip shows how close we are to breaching FFP regs before June the 30th. Waldo Hall reminds me of Beresford, great attacking, not the best defender but great prospect. JS Gaming, great result, safe journey down under to the lads. City will do over Man Red. Looking forward to the transfer gossip, roll on next season. Alan Thompson, just a way to collect my winnings at the bookies lane. Enjoy, mate, don't spend it all at once. Lee Payne, I wonder how many of this squad we've seen for the last time in black and white. Interesting. Martin Body, would love to see a quick, hard tackling midfield enforcer come in this summer. I don't think that's what they're targeting, to be honest. I don't think it's a midfielder that they're really looking at. Does that work? Does that work for everybody? I've kind of got it rested on the press bench here. Let's see if it works. Let us know in the comments if it's too windy. Martin Body would love to say, I've done that one. Geordie boy, not sure why people are saying Pope made a difference today. Did we not concede 2 goals? He did make a difference today. Just watch the game back and you'll know why. Conceit is your show amateur hour. Please improve for next season, Dyer. That's harsh. Just don't watch. We don't need it. See you later. John Collins, I think we'll announce a free transfer rumour player soon, possibly. Derek Shaw, thanks for the podcast. Liam, Dominic and Jordan, appreciate it, mate, thanks. Peter Griffin, great weekend for the Murphy brothers. Craig Foggin, thanks for these videos after the game. Liam, really enjoyed the Geordie Journals videos. Cheers, Craig, appreciate it. Mark Laidlaw, love those reactions straight after matches. Thank you for your efforts this season. I appreciate it. Alan Thompson, thanks, Liam and the lads, for the podcasts. But less of the 14 defeats, maybe 0 next season. Yeah, fingers crossed. Broken Flask, I'm loving this journey we're on, happy with that. We can only get better with faith. We will get there. Stephen Kennedy, agree with other fans. These post-match productions are worth waiting for. Funny and informative. Keep it, guys. Appreciate it. I love doing it. I love having a bit of crack with all you guys out there, getting in the comments, having a chat. And I hope it gives you, wherever you're watching, wherever you're coming from, I hope it gives you just that little sense and a feel that you can be here with the Geordie Journals after games. We don't do it for the money. We don't do it for anything, really. We just quite like the interactions with you guys, especially in these lives. I think it's very good. Of course, you can. I turned something on this week. Don't really know what it was. Still amateurs at this YouTube game, but it was something like super stickers and super chat and things like that. So you might get different options to interact here in the conversation. Let us know if that works for you guys. Steve Kennedy, agree with the fans. These post-match productions. I've already read that one. Would be praise, I'm reading out twice, wouldn't it? Derek Shaw would be favourites for Conference League. I don't know, I think Napoli were due to be in it as well, so I don't think it's as easy as everyone thinks it is. There is some tough teams, but wow, if you look at the potential pot 6 and pot 5, some interesting trips, it's fair to say. Magpie Ranger, great result, still can't quite work out whether it's been a good season. Emergence of Miley and Hall has been the big plus points. If there's a chance we can get Europa, if Chelsea get UEFA ban. I have no idea. We'll have to wait and see on that one. Peter Griffin, see Mackham's laughing at us potentially getting Conference League. I think they should take a good look at themselves. Mackham's laughing at Newcastle potentially being in Europe. Just remember, Newcastle United have seen things Sunderland will never see. Always remember that. Laugh all you like, joke all you like. But Newcastle United have seen things this season Sunderland will never see. Always remember that. Always remember that. Paul Sprague, can't see Man U are beating City, but if they do, we lost it ourselves against Brighton. Yeah, I tend to agree, to be honest. Shea, do you reckon Toon will be favourites to the Conference League? If they get in, there might be, you never know. Steve Dawson, could there be any problems with Chelsea meeting FFP rules for Europe? It's an interesting question. It's one I've seen talked about. I don't know the ins and outs because I'm not an accountant, we don't see the accounts. But it's been said by people a lot more learned than myself that they wouldn't satisfy UEFA rules with regards to entry to the competition. So it'll be one to watch, certainly interesting. Get some more comments up. Steve Dawson, done you. Geordie boy. At home Champions League form, away Championship form. Eddie needs to figure out why we're struggling on the road. Gary Lee and Geordie Journals. When's the Geordie Journals podcast? Now. Liam, love the Geordie Journals. Keep it up for next season. Cheers, mate. Steve C. Fruit Ninja. Bye-bye Dubravka. Geordie boy with our fantastic away support. It's a head scratcher. Terry Hogg. I think Hall will be a better attacking left-sided player. Bernard Matthews. Bernard Matthews? What, the Turkey guy? Maybe. Good name. 1976-77 Division 1 season, Newcastle finished 5th. Man United finished 6th. So the answer is 1977. Sorry, I'm just getting phone calls there, so I'm going to tap away. I won't be on here too much on this. Do you think Dummett and Ritchie will be released? Yes, I do. Although, interested in hearing a few thoughts of other people in and around this stadium today, and it didn't sound as cut and dried as some would think, and I would hope. David John Cook. Just live watching along today, but great game. Look forward to more exciting videos from the Geordie Journals during summer. Stephen Kennedy, if Everton go into administration or forced into cut prices, would you take Onana to sit for the back four? I'm mixed on Onana. I do like him as a footballer. I think there's lots to like. I don't know. I don't think he's the best with the ball, and I don't know if he fits. Maybe, who knows? And if they sign him, look, I'd be all for it, but I wouldn't go. He wouldn't be a choice of mine, put it that way. Derek Sharp, Sunderland will be in Europe if there's a ball. Bill Rayton, thank God it's over. Don't think I can watch another game where we try our best to throw it away. However, in face of adversity, we finished 7th. How are the lads? Shit, how are you, Liam? Plus a few players we need to recycle. Alan Thompson, yes, Liam, I give up my season ticket under Ashley, so it's great getting the feel after the game, and any Europe is great. It's all about getting our brand and casting it out. Had 4-2, 25-1. That's a decent little win that if you put some decent money on that. Good shout. GS Gaming, what was all the Ramsdale situation? He's very much on Eddie Howe's agenda. I was told back in January that it was one that a player to definitely watch. It's not just putting two and two together because he's managed them before, signed them before, etc. There is genuine interest there. John Collins, striker, right forward and defender, possible player targets. Who do you want? I don't know. Maybe I'll save that for another video, maybe not for this moment in particular, but good question. Steve, Luke Edwards reckons we get Ramsdale for 15 million. Seems low. It certainly does seem low. Steve, what's happening with the Mouth of the Time podcast? The Mouth of the Time podcast is not my bag anymore. You will still get Joe Buck and Dominic Skird doing bits and bobs with that. But we're talking about a potential rebrand and a potential kicking it back all off again, won't we? So we'll see. Might be one for the new season. Steve, great YouTube channel and content as always. Joshua Mack, do you think 7th for conference over Europa for where we are? And is it being easier for us to potentially win in a better... do you think, look, basically you're saying Conference League easier to win? Yes, of course, on paper it is easier to win, but I still don't think it's a given. I think a lot of people do, and I wouldn't. I think Aston Villa showed this season that there is no gimmies in this game. Derek Sharp, who would you sell in the summer? Almiron would be my choice. Johnny Ola. We still need a goalkeeper. Agreed. Dawn, thanks for your videos. Have enjoyed them all. Cheers. Woods, would you sell Minty to PSV to help PSR or give him a chance here? I don't know. I've not seen the guy, so we'll have to wait and see. Geordie boy just looked up the league table from 1977 and Sunderland also got relegated that year. Good fact checking. I bet you enjoyed that. Dave H, are you still writing the takeover book? No, I'm not writing the takeover book. So apologies about that one. Craig Lee, going to Cyprus for away trips. Where I'm bang up for that. We'll joke about this, but I was kind of hoping that Tenerife and Lanzarote got a team. We'll do Cyprus and Ibiza. Shame they didn't qualify as well. Johnny Ola, this channel can fly if you start doing transfer specials. Expertise and insight is always appreciated from you. Okay, we'll bear that in mind. Might be something we'll pick up. 270 new guys watching. 67 likes. Give it a like, share it around for more and more people to get involved. David John Cook, last silverware was 3rd level European comp, so maybe we can do it again. Stephen Kennedy, do you not reckon Dom and Paul are brothers from different mothers? And Nick got the looks. Dom, can you hear us? Everyone's saying you're a doppelganger for Nick Pope. he's now playing with his hair. What? I'm still live. I'm still live. Roy Morton Trovag. Hello from Norway. Good to know where you guys are watching from. Do put it in the comments. And I hope the weather's nice where you are too. Steve C, the nearest the Magnums will get to Europe is visiting Aldi or Lidl for the half-time oranges. Half-time oranges? Imagine that was still a thing. Love it, good comment. Craig Lee, 70-year-old Lewis Miley's played more games in Europe than Sunderland. Certainly has. Right, it's been great chatting to you guys. 227 of you on here now, but look around. The sun is in the air. Sun is in the air, no, that doesn't make sense, does it? Sun is shining. It's beautiful here down in West London, but we've got a train to catch and I've got things to do, so I'm going to have to get working. But I enjoyed the comments, I enjoyed getting involved. Keep the comments coming, let me know any feedback that you want with the channel. Let me know where you're watching from, and I'm going to have to cut it short because 30 odd minutes in, I need to do some work. So thank you. Oh no, you're alright mate, don't worry. No, it's my fault. Just a guy, I'm standing in his way. He's just trying to do his job, like me. Right, sunny, lovely. 3 points. Newcastle buy a ticket for the European lottery. And fingers crossed, Manchester City calling in for them next week. Like, comment, share, subscribe for all your Geordie Journals content. Do keep an eye out, because we will be doing an analysis video, which I'm sure we'll be recording in the next 10 to 15 minutes, which fingers crossed will go up tonight, which will be a little bit more of a review of the season, etc. And yeah, give it a like, comment, share, subscribe. We love it and we take everything on board. So I'll speak to the guys and see where we go from here. What's that? He's going to join. No, I'm cutting off, Dom. I've got work to do. Dom was wanting to come on. He loves joining the lives these days. You got a taste for it. The cathartic nature after a defeat. We spoke it out, didn't we? Manchester United, and it made things a bit better for at least being able to speak it out with you guys. Anyway, I'm waffling as I normally do. I've got to go. Cheers to everybody who commented. Cheers to everyone who liked and you share and got involved in these conversations. From sunny G-Tech Community Stadium, it is good night from me on another season full of ups and downs, but we've been with you every step of the way and continue to do so. Cheers guys.